Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a little fast, a little chaotic, but I think we're all kind of here for that right now. So as you can see, my counter is a mess again. Love that for me. I need to get on top of cleaning things up. So let's just dig in. It's a mess. Let's see. Is this better? This is better. This allows you to see more of just what has encompassed me lately. Going back, oh, I got the flu for Christmas. Love that for me. The gift that keeps on giving. But I've also been not really picking up after myself. So as you can see, I've actually got like a garbage on the floor here that I'll be throwing like my empties into. This is a pre-color treatment. Highly recommend. You can get it at Sally. I don't think it's very expensive. I use it before I dye my hair blue and it helps last longer. This isn't a video about like speed reviews or anything like that. It's really just me picking up. And I am going to talk about decluttering. I know I'm not alone in the exhaustion of so many influencers. I'm putting brushes away. Let's see, I'll move things around. So, I'm putting brushes away, as you can see. But the sheer amount of people who upload videos at the end of the year being like, all right, here's my declutter. And it's, you know, multiple videos. It's hours and hours of footage. And it used to make me feel like, well, I should be doing this. I should be decluttering my stuff too. I'm here to tell you no. Don't. And here's why. You don't need to wait till the end of the year, wait till, you know, the Sephora sale or whenever you want. You don't need to wait for some magical time to get rid of stuff that you're not using. It's that simple. You can, if you want to, like if it makes sense to do spring cleaning or anything like that, do that. But for me, as someone who sees makeup as a hobby and, you know, content creation is a hobby, the two hobbies go hand in hand. I'm not saying that you'll never see a declutter video from me. I actually have something kind of similar on my channel. I do a lot of selling things on Mercari. So, shout out to Mercari. I'm kidding, I'm not sponsored. But I do a lot of selling on Mercari of like makeup that I don't use anymore. Maybe makeup that I received as a gift and I never use. Stuff like that. Like it's my outlet, I guess, for trying to recoup some of my losses, essentially. And for me, like I made videos showing what I was putting on Mercari simply because like it's a proof that if it got damaged in transit or things like that, or like why I'm getting rid of it, it's kind of that proof. But I don't see those videos necessarily as a like, hey, let's go through all my eyeshadow palettes and declutter them. It's already a decision that's been made. I'm just telling you that I'm getting rid of them and where they're going. And I mean, if I think about it, I'll link the videos because it's multiple. I want to say it's like 2 or 3 videos of me like slowly going over all of the things. It's very relaxing if you're into someone just talking to you about makeup, essentially. It's very relaxing on that front. I will say that. Not to toot my own horn, but it's pretty nice and relaxing. But you don't need to declutter unless, and this is where the asterisk comes in, you don't need to declutter unless you feel overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that you have. If you feel claustrophobic about like how much makeup you have, how many foundations you have, or whether or not you're ever going to use this lipstick again, or maybe it was okay but not great. If you're on the fence about something, use it again and see how you feel. If you're still on the fence about it, that's fine. Continue to be on the fence about it. But if you decide, I'd like this more if it was this. I'd like this more if it was that. Maybe it's time to let it go. That's usually where I get to with like decluttering. It gets to a point where I feel overwhelmed by the amount of things that I have. I have things I'm not using. I have things I'm not reaching for one reason or another. And then I just don't want to keep it. The thought of using it stresses me out. Or even just having it around, I'm kind of like, this would have a better home somewhere else. And that's usually how I see it, is maybe this wasn't a good fit for me. Because usually makeup is for somebody, So maybe it wasn't a good fit for me, but maybe it's a good fit for a friend or for Mercari to kind of make some of that back. I don't have any friends that are into makeup, so I have no one to talk to about this, which is part of why I make videos. Because I don't really have friends who are into makeup. I don't really have family who's into makeup. I do have some of my cousins' kids are at the age that they're starting to dabble in makeup. So they I can talk to them about it, but it's usually more from the standpoint of how to apply makeup and what I use and things like that. It's not really a hey, can I recommend this eyeshadow palette for you? It's not the same. We're not going to Ulta. We're not, hanging out. So it's I'll see them in passing and they'll ask me about oh, is this good? Is this a good brand? And a lot of the time I have to be maybe it might be for you. But I do try to steer them clear of the brands that I think are a trap, like pyramid schemes. No one needs that. I'm going to put my neutral palette in there. All right, we're almost done. I love this for me. So, you don't need to declutter unless you feel overwhelmed. If your collection is bringing you negative feelings, that is something you should probably address. I'm no expert by any means, but your makeup should spark joy. It should be something that you look forward to doing. It should be something that you want to do. It shouldn't be something where you're feeling overwhelmed. That's just not the look, as the kids say. Do they say that? I don't know. But that's my ramble. That's why you won't see me do a traditional year-end declutter, I don't believe in those. Like, I'm not trying to say that the like content creators who make those are bad or the videos are bad or anything. I'm just trying to say that for me, I don't think that the like average normal beauty consumer needs to do a declutter. I don't think that's a thing. I think that if you have makeup that you like, cool. Hang on to it. If you feel overwhelmed, not cool. Do what you need to stop that. So, I will say that for me in 2026, my goal is to give opinions quarterly on things that I'm selling on Mercari. I think it makes sense from a selling things perspective. You know, you'll be able to see what I've got out there. But also, I think it makes sense from a purchasing perspective of here's why this thing didn't work for me. Here's why I'm letting it go. Sometimes it's as simple as like I don't reach for it. I do have some things like that currently that I'm looking to offload isn't the right word. It's not necessarily the wrong word, but I do have some things in my beauty closet right now that are looking to go to a better home because they will be used there, if that makes sense. Granted, there are also things that like I will never part with. So it might be kind of a like 2-part series of here are the things that I have that I love. And even though I don't use them, I will never part with them. Or it might be here's a thing that I'm getting rid of and why. And I think that's a good way to go. I think that's kind of a healthy way to look at it. Of like, you know, I'm not using this thing. I don't need to keep this thing. Let's get rid of it. Versus it is easy to fall into the trap of nostalgia. And like, I want to use this thing forever, even though it's not really something that I reach for. For instance, you know what? To give an example of both, I feel like that'll make this make more sense. I have this. This is a palette from Ulta Beauty. Yeah, it shows you. It's their Ulta Beauty Avengers eyeshadow palette. Here it is. Musty, dusty, fairly crusty. When I was first getting back into makeup around 2019, I think it was, that's when this came out. And my husband, who encouraged me to get back into makeup, encouraged me to get this eyeshadow palette. Is it one that I would reach for now? No, not at all. But as you can see, I used it a lot. I used this eyeshadow palette. So it's one that I keep for sentimental reasons. One that is on the chopping block is actually one that I've had for a long time and just never reached for. When I tell you guys, I pined for this Lightwork Volume 5 palette. I've even still got like the insert and the like, I don't know, the foam. And here's how much I've used. You can see a little use on some of the shades. But honestly, I never reach for it. I never reach for it. I love my Cleonid shades more. The package is pretty bulky and big. And so it's just not one that I reach for. I think it'll be happier somewhere else. It's also one of those palettes that I forget that I have it, which is never good. Don't have a collection where you forget what you have. At least if you're, not doing this as like a side hustle. You know? Anyway, thank you for organizing with me. Those are my thoughts on why you don't need to declutter unless you want to. But either way, I hope you have a great day or night or whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope that you're kind to yourself. I hope you are kind to others. I hope you take care of yourself. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.